UEFA has voted to boycott FIFA-run tournaments, including the World Cup. If FIFA moves forward with a plan to sell private investment stakes in its competitions, the vote came from all 55 UEFA member nations during an emergency meeting called this week. Here's what led to this. FIFA, the global body that runs football on a worldwide level, announced plans earlier this week to bring in outside investors. Under the proposal, FIFA would set up a new commercial arm to manage its top events, including the Men's and Women's World Cups and the Club World Cup. Private investors would then be allowed to buy ownership stakes in that arm. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has been pushing this plan directly to member federations. He reportedly offered each of FIFA's 211 member associations a payment of around $40 million if they agreed to support the plan. Federations were given until September 19th to accept the terms in order to receive an initial payment of $20 million. UEFA, which governs football across Europe, responded strongly. After releasing two critical statements earlier in the week, the Confederation held an emergency meeting where all of its members agreed to reject the plan outright. In a joint statement, UEFA said the World Cup is not something that can be treated as a financial product. It called the tournament a legacy built over many decades by players, national teams, and fans, and said no part of it should be handed over to private investors. UEFA went further, accusing FIFA's leadership of trying to use the sport to benefit themselves and people close to them financially, rather than protecting the game for the people who follow it. This is not the first time FIFA's leadership has faced pushback from European football. Infantino has been a controversial figure among European officials for several years now, particularly over decisions like the expansion of the Club World Cup to a 32-team format, and moves to grow the World Cup itself to 48 teams starting in 2026. Critics have argued these changes prioritize revenue growth over the traditional structure of the sport, while FIFA has defended them as ways to grow the game globally and generate more resources for smaller footballing nations. The boycott threat now sets up a direct confrontation between two of the most powerful organizations in football. FIFA sits above all continental confederations, including UEFA, but UEFA represents some of the richest and most influential football nations in the world, including several past World Cup winners. A boycott by UEFA's members would strip major tournaments of many of their biggest teams and biggest television markets. The first real test of this standoff comes in October when the playoff matches for the Women's World Cup are scheduled to take place. If FIFA continues moving forward with its investment plans by that point, it will become clear whether UEFA's nations follow through on the boycott threat. For now, FIFA maintains that it would keep full control over how its competitions are run and how sporting decisions are made, even if private investors hold a financial stake. Whether that reassurance is enough to ease UEFA's concerns remains to be seen. The situation is still developing. FIFA has not yet responded in detail to UEFA's latest statement, and no formal vote among FIFA's full membership on the investment plan has taken place. Both sides are expected to continue talks in the coming weeks, with September 19th standing as the next key date to watch.